if you have Disney Plus on top of everybody, they're again said they are going to stop the password sharing. Disney Plus is stopping the password. Let me say that again. Disney Plus is stopping the password sharing. That's what they're saying in 2024. So Bob Iger came out talking about it because Netflix did their whole crap. Fuck Bob Iger. They came down with their whole crackdown Netflix, and apparently they said they have made 100. Like they're talking about their money, right? They're talking about their money, and Disney's like, okay, we can make more money if we crack down this too, because Disney Plus has been so cheap. But we know all friends and family are sharing Disney Plus because they package it as a family platform. And so for your kids, for your family, so we share that shit. And before, on their terms, all they've said is you cannot share your login credentials with third parties. That's all they've said before. Nothing about family, nothing about that. It's all been fine. But they're looking at their May to July 1st quarters, and they're kind of been going through that and being like, how can we make more money? Well, during that time, they still had a raise.
You need more money.
They got 800,000 subscribers during that time. That's pretty big. It's a 1% raise. $105.7 million extra dollars for that quarter. That's huge, guys. And US and Canada, about 300,000 more subscribers to $46 million from them. Hulu added 300,000 people, $44 million. ESPN Plus, $25.2 million. Like, but still Bob Iger's like, I look at Netflix, and Netflix has made so much money off theirs. We could probably make that same money because why not? And so they're saying we're effectively, actively exploring ways to address account sharing, the best options for paying subscribers to stop sharing their accounts with friends and family. And it's fucked up, but later next year, they're saying they're going to start cracking down, doing the same thing that Netflix has doing. And for me, I'm like, when's the greed stop, Bob Iger, who also doesn't support this strike? And he said they're asking for unrealistic shit. And for me, I'm like, you know what? I was excited when you came back because Bob Chapek was really kind of fucking Disney up.
Same.
He took his money, he ran, but now Bob Iger came back. He's like, bitches, the boss is back, and give me that fucking money. I just got a raise to make them more money.
They brought that motherfucker back to make more money. So unfortunately, he's in the unfortunate position of doing his job, which is this unrelated. Like, I don't agree with it. I'm just saying he's doing what they asked him to do.
100%.
So, I mean, not great, but also Disney owns the fucking world. I just want to know if they needed to say effectively and actively. Like, you need to use effectively and actively. They're not even too good, like, differential, like, adjectives. Like, you're fucking Disney. That's in your statement.
I may have fucked that up because I've been drinking a little bit.
Oh, okay, never mind, Brian. You can say effectively and actively many
Brian's
times. I apologize. I was like, effectively.
This is Friday. This is Friday.
Who wrote that, Disney? God, no wonder the writers are on strike. Yep. Or I guess you could tell I don't know what I'm trying. You know what I'm trying to say.
But Sabrina, do you think that this is a good thing to raise it $3 on platforms and raise it so much?
Okay, first of all, the fucked up thing is like everything is more expensive. From like toilet paper to eggs to like fucking anything you buy at the grocery store to any experience that you'd like, a concert ticket. I was trying to buy concert tickets to this Will Ferrell thing at the Greek, right? There's a pre-sale. I guess there's like this.
Was streaking involved?
Probably across the quad.
The quad.
If KFC is still open. If KFC is still open, we're in. Unfortunately, I couldn't get in with a bucket of chicken. They basically there were tickets in the very front, to be fair, but still $3,000 a piece.
It's a lot of money.
Are you fucking kidding? In the side terraces of the Greek were $200. Like, I don't understand. Like, what happened to like even I go to Dodgers games all the time. My company has season tickets. Like, I go to a lot of Dodger games, right? When I grew up, I went to all of the baseball games. I went to college games. I went to my grandfather was a scout. I went to all the games. You used to be able to go in the bleachers for like $8. You know what I mean? Like that. There's no you can go fuck yourself with that. The cheapest ticket at Dodger Stadium is like $33, and that's on a slow night when you're playing the fucking Brewers and nobody gives a shit. You know what I mean?
Got time for that.
It's ridiculous. The upcharging on everything in the world, food, even delivery. Like, there's all these taxes and fees and all the things, but we don't make any more money. Like, your check is the same as it's been pretty much for the past 10 fucking, I mean, the incremental raises is not enough to support the inflation that is going on in society. So in this time where we're still financially recovering from a fucking pandemic, and now we're in the middle of a huge series of strikes, not just SAG and WJ, the hotel workers are fucking threatening strike. UPS was threatening strike a couple weeks ago.
Sanitation.
Our garbage didn't get picked up the other day because they did a 1-day strike. Like, there's people have fucking had it. And your answer is to raise prices more? Like, what is wrong with you? You fucking cunt. Excuse my language, but I hate everybody.
See you next Tuesday.
How dare you? How dare you? Like, people can barely buy groceries for their family because it's $8 bazillion to get an egg and a piece of bacon for breakfast. Like, it's so
which is every American dream for breakfast. So fuck off.
And then you like on top, like you're like, well, you know what? You can pay more
Not
for
everyone,
TV.
but some of them.
And to be fair, like I get it. Like I don't have to have every single streaming service out there, but like as a person in the entertainment industry who like watches. I mean, I get now this is kind of a job, right? So like you have to watch things and be able to do things. And, although you can write this shit off sort of at the end of the year, 50% of it, it's like, how do you expect people to afford their daily gas? I filled up my gas tank the other day. I drive a Subaru, $74
not
to
cool.
fill up my gas tank. I drive a Subaru, a sedan, not a Forester or something fancy, a fucking Legacy. A Subaru Legacy, $72.
That's infuriating.
Like, how? What am I supposed? Like, it's
She's
just
got a nice tank, but
you can't get
not worth it.
You cannot get.
Oh wow!
Go say.
Just saying.
It's insane, and fuck you, Disney. You're like one of the richest companies in the fucking world. You pay your people the least amount of money, and I'm not into your bullshit right now. I'm really not, and I don't appreciate it. Like you should try to be giving. Like remember when they announced that they were like, oh, we're gonna make tickets under $100? Yeah, on 3 days a year. Thanks for that. We're gonna do this free thing. It's like fuck you. Stop pretending like you care because you don't. And by the way, you run a theme park for children and you make it impossible for the working parent to bring their kids here. It's absurd.
You're gonna take a loan or pay monthly payments to pay it off.
To bring your family to Disneyland for one fucking day. It's not fucking cool, man. Not cool.
But that's what I'm saying. When is the mouse asking too much?
Now.
Now. And especially already.
3 or 4 years ago, they already started asking for too much.
Wow.
Rachel, what do you think about this? Do you think that these price raises are fucking appropriate, or do you think that the crackdowns and the price raising needs to fucking stop, and they need to fucking stop being so greedy?
A few months ago, when Netflix did their thing, didn't Disney Plus make a sarcastic post calling Netflix out, being like, "Oh, share our password." Disney Plus is like, "Yeah, share it with the family."
Totally.
Really?
I didn't see that.
Didn't they do
That's
that?
fucking hilarious.
I did see that.
No,
That's
you did?
fucking hilarious.
I did see that.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck you, Disney.
Because
I wish I
you're
knew
doing
that for
this.
my rant.
That was their thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go fuck yourself, Disney. I'm not gonna pay, and especially like being a platform specifically for Disney, Hulu less so, but Disney specifically geared towards children mainly. So, do they really expect for mom to have an account, the grandparents to have an account, the aunt and uncle to have an account, all separate, so one fucking kid can watch Pocahontas 18 times in a row? Like, get together, Disney. It's fucking ridiculous.
Like kids are. And Rachel, the way kids are, think about it. Like a kid will be in one room if they have, let's say a parent has multiple kids, right? And a kid will be in one room watching, let's say one kid loves to watch freaking, I don't know, what's a big thing for Disney?
Muppet
they want to watch
my
Muppet
nieces
Babies.
were watching nothing but Muppet Babies for like 3 whole straight days while I was there.
Muppet Babies. That's big,
I don't even know
And then somebody else likes Mickey Mouse, right? Mm-hmm. And so, the way this new password thing's going to go down is it's like one stream. That's all you get at a time. One stream.
Only one person can be watching it?
One person can be watching at a time. That's how they're saying it's going to be. So now if you have multiple kids and you pay for Disney Plus, now you got to pay for multiple things, even if it's the same household, even if it's in the same household.
Ridiculous.
So that's where I'm like, this is a
Fuck off, Bob
living
Iger.
room watching the Muppets. You have the adults in the
face,
watching whatever their newest Marvel bullshit they put out is. And then, so you gotta have 2 separate accounts, one for mom's room, one for the living room, one for the other kid's fucking room. It's fucking ridiculous. It's out of control, and all these streaming services are gonna start losing subscribers by the thousands. Because guess what? People are just gonna pirate stuff. You aren't paying the actors and writers as it is, so they're not getting royalties as it fucking is.
They
So
don't care.
not pirate it.
Especially now. Spencer, being an actor, and you hear about this too, because you do know that, same boat I know, that a lot of these actors are not getting residuals on this. It's just not a thing. It's never been a thing because they're saying it's web shows, it's web, it's not real media, it's new media, it's all this
So many
shit.
loopholes.
So
many different ways.
it's a loop. It's a fucking loophole.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is just again the company like fucking squeezing us by the nuts until we give in, or do you
Undoubtedly.
think that this is fine?
Very descriptive.
No. Yeah. No. This is
Look at those little
this
vulgar.
is how the world should work. The way it's working right now, it's phenomenal. No, everybody's happy. I can tell. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? No, it's terrible.
tell.
You know, I didn't even know about. I just found out lately about David Duchovny and the X-Files and how, like, I don't know what it was on. I don't know if it was like Spike or whatever the hell
Fox.
it was on. Fox, yeah.
Oh,
it
it
was
started on Fox,
right?
yeah.
And I think they just sold all the, the whole show essentially to somebody else to air, and he just didn't get any of the residual. And that's been I mean, that was how I watched the X-Files as a kid,
Me too.
So apparently, I mean, it's not like this is the first time we've ever heard about greed. But yeah, it's running rampant. It's very sad too. I think the whole idea of like, let's not hurt our children's future is gone out the window. I don't mean to get on a soapbox or do political or anything like that.
Get in that
I do
fucking
feel like-
Get on
soapbox,
that
man.
soapbox.
it's just insane. It's just kind of
You're
weird.
on cruise control. The soapbox is made for you.
This is late stage capitalism, man. This is when we finally start to realize, what we've been doing with our, world in these past 50 years and past 100 years, and just making things and just building things and making money is not the essence of life. And we're just I think we're gonna, slowly deal with that more and more. I don't know. It's very sad.
Really
I saw
sad.
somebody talk about. It's so sad. I saw somebody talk about how like a lot of these CEOs that we're arguing with, about like just the most, the smallest things. They don't sweat around us, right? They don't live around us. They don't live a lifestyle that is even close to what the normal person lives. And I think about that gap, and they don't look at the regular person as a human being, right? They look down, and with inferiority and unsuccess, or whether that's a word or not. But you understand what I mean. It's sad. It's sad. So we're fighting with robots.
Always
Fighting
robot.
with robots.
It's like they forgot about the fact that we could just start building guillotines.
Oh shit!
I love the idea that we all just like built, come together and like, we'll just probably bombard him, maybe,
Ron Perlman was already talking about burning people's houses down. Let's just call him
He
up.
was.
I
He
saw
was.
that.
Like,
I fucking love him.
love Ron Perlman, man.
That shit's
Man,
fucking
these
hilarious.
CEOs don't start
Yeah,
getting
people.
their shit straight.
Gosh.
If
he wore his
the crazy
cowboy
thing is,
costume?
I fucking believed him. I believed him. I was like, this motherfucker might kill me. If I made that statement, I literally would be like, I better put 24-hour security around my house with the 27 million I make a year. I will have to put 4 corners of security because that's motherfucker for real.